Hi everyone and welcome to Nupur's Indian Kitchen. Do you find yourself thinking, no matter how much I try, my homemade biryani never has that restaurant style taste? After loads of takeaways and tweaking my biryani recipe, I'm thrilled to finally share this recipe with you. Follow every little detail of this recipe and make restaurant style Hyderabadi Mutton Biryani right in your kitchen. So my biryani lovers, let's make this together. Let's take a look at all the ingredients. I've taken 1.5 kilograms of mutton with bone, 1 kilogram of basmati rice. Make sure to pre-soak the basmati rice in water for at least 30 minutes before making biryani. Later in this video, I'm going to tell you my favorite brand of basmati rice for making Hyderabadi biryani. Okay, moving on. We need 3 medium-sized onions that are thinly sliced, 4 tablespoons of fresh ginger garlic paste, 6 to 7 sliced green chilies, 1 cup of chopped mint leaves, 1 cup of chopped coriander leaves, 10 tablespoons of plain unsweetened yogurt, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or plain jeera, half a teaspoon of shahi jeera, 2.5 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chili powder or normal red chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 5 tablespoons of ghee, 3 tablespoons of cooking oil, 7 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, 3 tablespoons of milk, 1 drop of kevra essence, 1 drop of rose essence, a pinch of orange food color, a pinch of red food color, 1/4 teaspoon of saffron, 20 pieces of green cardamom, 4 1-inch pieces of cinnamon sticks, 15 pieces of cloves, 1 medium-sized bay leaf, 1 star anise, approximately 1 by 1 centimeter piece of javitri or mace, 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, and salt to taste. Alright, let's get started. Let's marinate the mutton first. To the mutton, add 1 tablespoon of fresh lime juice, turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, salt to taste. Beat the yogurt well and add approximately half of it. Mix everything really well. Let this marinate at least for 30 minutes. While the mutton is marinating, let's prep the colors for the rice. Add saffron into the milk. Add kevra essence. The one I'm using is very strong, so 1 drop is more than enough. Mix that in. Add a drop of rose essence. Mix that as well. Add a pinch of the orange food color. Now pour half of the milk in another cup and add a pinch of red color to that cup. Mix well and set these aside. Now let's pressure cook the mutton next. Set a pressure cooker on medium heat and add 1 tablespoon of ghee to it. Now add the marinated mutton in. Add around 1.5 cups of water to it. Pressure cook until the mutton turns tender. The time for this depends on the kind of pressure cooker you have. With the pressure cooker that I have, it takes around 20 minutes of cooking under pressure to tenderize it. Once the meat is cooked, take out the pieces from the stock and put it in a separate bowl. But don't discard the mutton stock. That's full of flavor and we'll use that as well. Now let's make fresh garam masala for the biryani. Set a pan on medium heat and add cinnamon sticks green cardamoms, bay leaf, cloves, black peppercorns, star anise and coriander seeds. Dry roast these until they turn aromatic. They should take approximately 3 minutes or so. Then transfer everything to a grinder jar and add in the mace or javitri. Now grind everything to a smooth powder like this. To the same pan, add around 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Add cumin seeds and shahi jeera. Once they start to splutter, add the onions in. Sprinkle some salt on the onions so that they cook faster. Stir fry the onions until they turn nice and dark brown in color. They should approximately take 10 minutes or so on medium heat. You can also deep fry the onions instead of stir frying them if you want to make this step faster. Now take out around 2 tablespoons of the fried onions and keep them aside for garnish. Now add in around 90% of the remaining ginger garlic paste and set aside the rest. Turn down the heat and stir fry this for a minute or so. Now add in the green chilies and give it a quick stir. Add 1 tablespoon of ghee and add in the pre-boiled mutton pieces in. Turn up the heat to medium and mix well. Now add in Kashmiri red chili powder or normal red chili powder if you like it hotter, and stir fry till the mutton browns really well. This should take anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes. Add salt to taste, 1 tablespoon of lime juice and mix well. Now add in the remaining yogurt and give it a quick stir. Next, pour all the mutton stock in and also pour in 90% of the garam masala powder that we made. Store the remaining garam masala. Now turn up the heat to high and cook until the gravy reduces to around half. Depending on how much mutton stock you have, this should take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Now turn down the heat to low again and add 90% of the coriander leaves, store the rest, and 90% of the mint leaves, and also store the rest for garnish. Mix well. Check for salt and make sure that the gravy is slightly salty because this is going to mix in with a lot of rice. Set that aside now. Okay, let's cook the rice next. Take around 4 liters of water in a pot. Seasoning this water with salt is really important. Add enough salt to the water till it tastes as salty as seawater. So I give approximately 8 to 9 teaspoons of salt in 4 liters of water. Dissolve all the salt thoroughly and then make sure that it is salty enough. Now add in the remaining lime juice, the remaining garam masala powder, and the remaining ginger garlic paste. Also add in 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. Mix well and bring this up to a boil. At the end of this video, I'm going to review all the important steps for making this biryani so that it's easy for you. Once the water comes to a boil, drain the water from the pre-soaked rice and add it in. Cook till the rice is around 90% done. This should take approximately 15 minutes or so. You will be able to say that the rice is 90% done when the grains are nice and long and they break easily but they are not pasty. Now drain the water and let's put the biryani together. Set a flat pan on medium heat and then place the pan with the mutton on top of it. This setup prevents the mutton from burning while the biryani cooks. Now pour in the steaming hot rice over the mutton. Level the surface of the rice with a spatula. Sprinkle around 3 tablespoons of water so the top layer of rice cooks well. Now distribute the remaining 3 tablespoons of ghee over the rice and distribute that evenly. Garnish with the remaining fried onions and with the remaining mint leaves and coriander leaves. If you're enjoying this recipe so far, would be nice if you could give me a thumbs up. Now sprinkle the milk with the saffron and the food colors and distribute them evenly. If you haven't already, do check out the other recipes on my channel Nupur's Indian Kitchen and consider subscribing if you like them. I post recipes every week. Looks nice and colorful. Now place a tight fitting lid on the pan and make sure to close the vent of the lid. I use a clove to do this. Cook till the rice is 100% cooked through. I cook for 10 minutes on medium heat and then I turn down the heat to low and cook for another 15 minutes. You will know when your room fills with the aroma of biryani. And done! Gently scoop out the pieces from the bottom of the pan and bring it to the surface, but don't mix all the layers of rice. How good does this look? Tell me. The rice is just fluffy and cooked perfectly, and my kitchen smells like a restaurant. You just make this recipe, I'm telling you, it's so good. When you serve this biryani, make sure to serve the bottom layer of the rice first and then cover it with the top layer of rice. Seriously, you worked hard for this. Now just serve a heaping plate of biryani for yourself and sit back and enjoy. If you want me to review the most important steps in making restaurant-style biryani at home, keep watching. Or you can skip to the later part of the video where I show you how to make the raita and the salan for the biryani. Okay, so let's review the most important steps in making restaurant-style Hyderabadi biryani at home. Okay, so let's start with the meat. Always make sure to use meat with the bones in instead of boneless. This really enhances the taste of the biryani. Next, the rice. The quality of basmati rice that you use plays a big role in determining the taste of the biryani. There are a lot of good brands of basmati rice, but in my experience, the Kohinoor extra long grain basmati rice gave me the best and the most consistent results. I want to clearly state that I'm not doing a paid promotion for the Kohinoor brand. Next, the garam masala. Make sure to roast whole garam masala and then make a powder of it and then use it. This makes the biryani a lot more aromatic than store-bought garam masala. In my opinion, the garam masala should have a higher proportion of green cardamom and cinnamon sticks. Avoid using too much star anise and mace or javitri. A little bit goes a long way. I personally don't like using black cardamom in the garam masala powder because I think it alters the taste of the Hyderabadi biryani significantly. Next, the ginger garlic paste. Make sure to grind equal quantities of ginger and garlic and use that fresh instead of store-bought ginger garlic paste. Next, the essence that you use. Don't use too much of rose or kevra essence. A little bit goes a long way, if not the smell of the basmati rice is masked. Moving on to cooking the rice. To make sure that the rice is fluffy and not pasty, be sure to take excess water while boiling the rice. That way all the extra starch goes into the water, and when you eventually drain it, your rice will be nice and fluffy. Also, make sure that the water in which you cook the rice is nicely seasoned. It should be as salty as seawater. If the biryani turns out less salty, mixing in salt into the rice later is not ideal because the rice grains tend to break with the spatula movement. Make sure to add a couple of tablespoons of oil to the water in which you boil the rice. This lubricates every grain of rice and your biryani won't turn out to be dry. But don't add too much oil because then the rice grains are going to turn too greasy. When you cook the rice, make sure that it is not 100% cooked and pasty. 80 to 90% cooked is good. Also, make sure to add the rice on the meat as soon as you drain the excess water off. Don't let the rice cool down, if not the grains could clump together. Cooking the mutton. When you cook the mutton, make sure that there is some gravy left in it. This gravy mixes with the bottom layer of the rice and makes it really flavorful. Moving on to setting up the biryani. Make sure that you have a flat pan under your main biryani pot. This prevents the meat from directly contacting the heat and it prevents it from burning. And now the ghee. Make sure to use good quality ghee and use enough ghee. Check on the bottom of the box of any of the biryani you buy from a restaurant, it's full of ghee. That's because ghee equates taste. You don't have to go overboard, but don't use too little. And finally, serving the biryani. Gently scoop out the pieces of the meat from the bottom of the pan and then serve the bottom layer of the rice followed by the top layer of the rice. Don't mix up all the layers of the rice together. You'll notice that restaurant-style biryanis have different layers of rice. Okay, phew, this is the most detailed recipe video I've made so far. I really hope you make this biryani and enjoy it as much as my family did. I hope you're not too bored and tired after listening to all this, and I hope it was helpful. Do let me know if you make this biryani, and I'm going to be eagerly waiting for your comments. Okay, so how about we make some raita and salan to go with the biryani next? Let's make raita first. This is a simple raita. We don't want too many ingredients to mask the taste of the biryani. All we need is 1 cup of plain unsweetened yogurt, half a cup of water, 3 tablespoons of finely chopped onions, 3 tablespoons of chopped tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped green chilies, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped coriander leaves, 1 teaspoon of fresh lime juice, and salt to taste. Okay, let's get started. Add yogurt in a big bowl. Add salt to taste. Beat it well till smooth. If the yogurt is too thick, you can add some water. I added like half a cup. Add lime juice, chopped onions, chopped tomatoes, green chilies, coriander leaves, and give it a good mix. It's as easy as that. Done. Okay, let's make the biryani gravy or salan next. Let's take a look at the ingredients. We need 1 tablespoon of peanuts, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, 1 tablespoon of dry shredded coconut, 3 tablespoons of onion roughly chopped, 4 garlic cloves roughly chopped, 1-inch piece of ginger roughly chopped, 4 slit green chilies, 8 to 10 curry leaves, 3 tablespoons of chopped coriander leaves, 1 tablespoon of chopped mint leaves, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1/4 teaspoon of mustard seeds, half a teaspoon of coriander seeds, 15 to 20 fenugreek seeds or methi seeds, half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, 1 dry red chili, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of cane sugar, 2 teaspoons of tamarind concentrate, 1 cup of water, and salt to taste. Okay, let's get started. Set a pan on medium heat. Add peanuts and roast till it becomes darker and aromatic. This should take 3 to 5 minutes. Now lower the heat and add in the sesame seeds, dry coconut, and stir till they start to look slightly oily. This should take a minute or so. Transfer these to a grinder jar and add 3 tablespoons of oil to the same pan set on medium heat. Add chopped onion, add salt to taste so the onions cook faster, and stir fry till they turn golden brown. This should take 10 minutes or so. Once that's done, move the onions to one side of the pan, turn down the heat to low, and add cumin seeds, mustard seeds, coriander seeds, fenugreek seeds, curry leaves, and give it a quick stir. Then add in coriander leaves, mint leaves, the slit green chilies, ginger, garlic, dry red chili, turmeric powder. Stir fry till the garlic turns slightly brown and the leaves turn crisp. This is going to take approximately 5 minutes. Transfer all of this to the grinder jar which had the peanuts. Grind everything to a smooth paste. Add water to the grinder jar as needed. Now turn down the heat on the pan and add the paste in along with 1 cup of water. Add Kashmiri red chili powder and mix well. Cover and cook on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes. Add in the tamarind paste and mix well. Check for salt. Add salt to taste and add sugar as well. Mix thoroughly and all done. Hope you enjoyed these recipes. If yes, please consider sharing it with your friends. You can find me on all these different social media sites, and for written recipes, don't forget to visit my blog. All the links are in the description. Consider subscribing to my channel if you like it, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you get notified as soon as I post a new recipe. Alright then, see you next week. Bye bye.